Hello, how are you? In this video, we'll summarize some pages from a very beautiful book. I will tell you about the book, its name, and the author at the end of the clip. Let's begin then. I was attracted to the title of a topic in the book. It is very wonderful. The name of the topic is Silence is a Language Not Everyone Masters, and this is what will be the topic of today's video. The author begins his talk about this topic by saying that listening is a skill no less eloquent than speaking.
Wow, what a statement. If we think a little, we will find that it is true. The problem with most people today is that they do not want to listen to others. They only want to talk. The author mentioned the reason for this by saying, "It is easy for you to talk because you speak at a speed of 225 words per minute, but you need 2 minutes to absorb the same number of words." Imagine with me that you are sitting in the middle of a meeting or an event and draw your attention to the silent person. He smiles sometimes and listens a lot, and when he speaks briefly and everyone listens. Simply put, this is the power of silence. There is a very beautiful saying that says, "Silence is the language of the great." If you ask
you why we get bored and sleepy during long speeches and lectures, I will give you 3 seconds to think about the answer. As the author pointed out, we hate listening for long periods, not only because it makes us followers, but also because it requires continuous monitoring, awareness, and focus. The more you talk in front of others in gatherings, and you think that you are doing the appropriate and correct action, then you are wrong, my friend, because with your excessive talking, you fall in the eyes of people. The author mentioned a Norwegian study that confirms that the most skilled people in speaking are the most skilled in listening, and it confirms that when you listen to people, their respect and appreciation for you increases, and not only that, but they describe you as a polite and eloquent speaker in your absence before your presence. We will conclude this section with a beautiful quote in which the author says, "Remember how many times you ignored and even hated a chatty person who monopolized the conversation and did not give you a chance to participate and express your opinion." The author mentioned many situations in which it is preferable to remain silent, but I will give you 5 situations in which it is preferable to remain silent. First, when you are among people you do not know who are engaging in a discussion that does not concern you. It is better to remain silent in this situation. The first is that you are sitting among people you do not know and who do not know you. The second is that if they are not talking to each other about a topic that does not concern you, no one is asking your opinion and no one asked you a question to engage you in the conversation. So what is the benefit of talking among people you do not know? Second, when you are among people you know but they are not discussing an issue that offends others. Why would you talk about an absent person with insults? If you are a charismatic person with a strong personality, then criticize them constructively in their presence. This will make them respect you more and you will win them over to your side. By the way, watch this clip about how to increase charisma and a strong personality. Third, when someone younger than you or of a lower status insults you, I will suffice to say that your silence will capture his eloquence and power if you give this person a slight, sarcastic smile without speaking. Fourth, when you have nothing to add to the conversation, your silence becomes dignified, while your speech may expose your ignorance and lack of knowledge. Be silent when you don't know much about a topic they are discussing. On the other hand, if you speak, you are making yourself an object of ridicule and mockery, so say something good or be silent. Fifth, it is better to be silent when you hear wrong news or information from an elderly person or someone who has done you a favor, such as your father or mother. If the matter is worth it, correct it for him when you are alone with him later, because people, my friend, do not like public advice. This makes the person you are advising seem ignorant, uneducated, and lacking in knowledge, and no one likes to appear like that. So, giving advice in private is much better. These are 5 simple situations out of many situations mentioned by the author in his book, in which it is better to be silent. I think, my friend, that you are a little curious to know the name of the book, and I will tell you the name now. The name of the book is The Pistachio Theory Part 2 by the author Fahd Amer al-Ahmadi. It is a wonderful book, and in this video I have shortened and summarized several pages from this great and wonderful book. So I strongly advise you to read it, and in the end, if the video impressed your high taste, please subscribe to the channel and see you later, my friend.